Welcome back. In lesson 7.2, we're going to learn how to code our actual designs from our mockups using some advanced styling. So, the first thing we're going to want to do is add a hero section. So when I first heard hero section, I was curious what that actually meant, but it's basically just a landing page for your website. So if I go to Nivaro.io, this big thing over here which catches your attention, that's your hero section. And when coding this, we want to save ourselves some time, and to do that, we're going to use websites like HyperUI. So let's open this up and find the banners tab. So to find banners, I'm just going to go to the search bar, type in banners. Oh, nothing showed up. So I'm just going to use Control F, banners, yep, right there. And by typing that in, you can see we have a couple different hero sections or intro pages we can use for our website. So I would recommend choosing whichever one of these you like the most. Me personally, I think this one looks the best. And what you can do is look at it in its different states. So for a mobile device, this will automatically shrink to this. On, let's say, a medium device, it'll be a little bit compressed, but it still looks good on different resolutions. And let's say we want to add this to our website. This is an open source platform, so we can just view the code and copy it and make it our own. And to do that, we're going to want to open our code sandbox from Unit 6 and add it to a new component called Hero Section. And to open our old sandbox, you're just going to want to open this GitHub link, and then you can click on code spaces, and then this is the code space which I worked on during Unit 6. So I'm just going to open it right now. Now that it's loaded in, we can see that we want to make a new component and then add our code from here to it. So I'll go in here, and to create new components, I'm going to let you guys take the chance to do this. So on your own, create a new component and then come back once you're done. All right, I'm going to assume you paused and you made a new component. But if you forgot how to do it, what you have to do is open a starter components, copy paste the file, and rename it. So we're renaming it to hero section. And after renaming the file itself, we also want to rename the name of the function. So I'm going to call it hero section. And then I'm going to copy this code one more time because we put something else in our clipboard and just paste it in here. Oh, that didn't work. Let me try again. Nothing. One more time. Yeah, there we go. I had to use a left click paste, but it still worked. Looks like this comment isn't working, so I'm just going to delete that. And looks like we're still getting some errors. What's going on? It says, oh, do we mean class name? So we can change that to class name. Yep, and that resolves our issues. So just by renaming all these classes to class names, that fixes our error. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And the reason for this is that this is designed for HTML and CSS, but we're using React and Next.js. So they use class name while other frameworks use just class. And yeah, once all of that's done, looks like it's working pretty well. So after this, we want to add an import for this hero section onto our starter page. So going back to our starter page, that's in the app folder in the page component. So page screen, actually. So I want to import our new components that we made. Imports, and then the file name itself. No, not the file name, the name of the function. The function is called hero section, and then you want to take that from, I'm just going to copy this piece over here because it's usually the same, and just rename this last part to hero section because that's the file from where we got it. And I'm just going to add it to the top of our screen by calling hero section and putting spacing in between. And just to make sure it works, I'm going to do npm run dev. This allows us to see our project and website running on localhost 3000. So let's see what it does. Yep, as we can see, our localhost 3000 does show us the component that we added from here. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. If there's any styles you want to change, perhaps make this a little bit wider. What we could do is change something in the sections, in the section tag around here. So I might just delete this outside section tag since we have one in here, and let's see what happens. Yeah, it looks like this fits the screen a little bit better after doing that, but it's not a huge difference. So now what we want to do is implement some of these different UI building blocks into our code. But an issue that I ran into is that Hyper UI just doesn't have everything you need. So what you can use are these other open source component libraries, which are just like Hyper UI and have a lot of free CSS and HTML building blocks that you can use to make your website look better with these different code blocks. So Tailwind components, Flowby, Tailgrids, and then there's also a chatbot alternative over here, which instead of having a big chatbot that just like spans the entire screen, you can have a little one that stays in the bottom corner. You can see all this code and copy it and add it to your projects from these websites like Tailwind components. So yeah, by using these advanced styling techniques and the Nivaro chatbot, if you need any help with making them work with your code, you can get your code and final project looking really good. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. See you next time.